Yes, should be. And she got a baby from. She got a waiting from her friend. So we kind of got into the marriage. Got into the marriage. Got into the marriage after then. What do you consider to be a cheat? So you kind of ran away, and Alexei, the person who kind of lived up to your age is should be pity to ask such a question. I think that there is a climate, there is a dry climate there, and there is a wet climate there as well. And she is kind of she has weight. And she's kind of a bit in the shade, and she couldn't be there, so she started melting. Yes, indeed. So she kind of started melting, and really nice. She could become a bit thin, and her weight kind of got up a bit more, became a bit more, but her arms are muscly, so she can work with dig. So what do you consider to have, what do you think about not having sex at all? So we don't have 30 years we haven't been having sex, and there is no, well, but the person just starts living, a male just starts living after 40, it just starts life. So what about the flats and apartments? We have it, but we are not ready. Well, are you a bit shy? Well, he has a really good apartment in are you a bit shy about this? He has a good apartment in suburban Moscow, and so they have been earning for the apartment. They will be living together, and in a while the apartment will be for the future generations. So you have 3, and out of 3 you will have to choose.
You have to make a choice, I'm afraid.
Here, so this is a really nice apartment. Without a light becomes kind of cave. So Mos Energosbyt comes, and without making any notice, kind of turns off at all. So do you know that in Russia there is no, well, who owes is for the court to decide, and in the bills they tell you, if you don't pay, we will ask you to request you to go to the court. And it all became worse, and it's small, less onto this that the TV set kind of got burned, and onto this in advance they said I got lost. They sent 28. They sent me a notice on they sent me a paper on the 28th, and I kind of haven't had products in my fridge, and it's gone into having a $30,000 pool, a 30,000 pool, and this is kind of such a thing. It's all. It is about not kind of breaking it, So what's the surprise? And the surprise is such a thing, such thing that I'm going to make. Please put your palms such as how. The first one is L. The second pose is the Napoleon pose. Now please applause. Make applause. Which one do you use to actually make it applaud? Now which one would you use? Okay. So now please make it this such a sign, and with this sign. Make such a move, and to find out the aim, and which eye would you choose to actually, which eye would you choose to make the aim. and which eye makes the finger move more, the left one or the right one? And let's read about this. One of more noted character types. It's very emotional and steady, which is usually seen in the marriage and further. And something about the influence. As our ancestors and our grandfathers and grandmothers said, to know a person you have to eat a pound of salt with one. All very truly, as it is on the soul. The more true you are, the more it is. You kind of need to hear it. It's very good that you're telling it. And this. How wouldn't he understand that he is already old? Oh, how is it turning out? Well, this lamp, the kind of going off, and we need to kind of make an application to the court and his social. It's very good that you are not kind of putting your nose sideways. So it seems that Sergei had problems from his younghood, and both of his marriages didn't turn well, hasn't turned out well. Maybe it's his profession that influenced, that made an effect on this in some way. So what is it about? It's about the stars from the position of the astrology. There are 5 planets: Sun, Pluto, White Moon, Uranus, and some other. He's looking after the partner who is very domestic, and such a combination. And some person who wouldn't be listening to this rubbish and all those testings, and probably such a person who will be listening to this thing, and meaning that's stupid, that because on the basis of such a law, the marriage won't turn out pretty well. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at another option that you have. Okay, hi, my name is Simeon, and you are very wonderful, and these flowers are to you. They are wonderful as you as well. He prefers someone to be with him at the evenings, at night, in the evening, together with him. I hope and hopes that Olga will split his traits and character traits with him. Real great to see you. Pretty much not, maybe, but indeed. I am not sure. I didn't know what you're gonna wear this evening, but I kind of used my intuition and made this choice. Pretty much made it. I had a partner. I had a partner, and it was such a time when it was an iron cover. And how long have you been together, and haven't you had kids? Yes, sure, we made a kid. Her name is Yana, and she's very young, and she's very beautiful and smart and intelligent. So what has happened? What something happened in life, such a moment, not not immediately, but we've been living for we had been living 13 years, and I felt this. So you have felt this cool feeling of yes, I have felt this feeling, and something happened, and so she has stopped becoming or going on onto your neck or something. So we had been living together, and he was there, and she had been here, and there were cruises, and we kept living together. So how have you been living? How had you been living? So who are you in nationality? Oh, you should better not ask about this because it was horrible. So what's your nationality? My nationality. My nationality is Jewish. I do love my family, so I couldn't kind of go over the family, and I'd been waiting for 3 years, and there were such things as ambitions and such things. So it turned out into me getting all her brother, mother, her bless her, all kind of sky kingdom. So here is our life, here is our faith, and most close people. So there is such a condition here, such a statement here. So either you turn out the page and turn all from the white page, and I will forget everything, and it was 15 years, or you make your choice, because otherwise I will become just insane. So she admitted making all this rubbish, but she decided not to change her decision. And sometime, well, it turned out to be a bit stupid. She will get into her husband, and it's all.
Everything is made for you and become things.
Yeah. ding, ding, ding. Чего?
It's in this place where the plum beer got born. Which we shall, let's get married. So, what about sex? Is it present in our life? Well, let's not start it. It's in contra. The more, the better. So let's better not talk about this. In contrary to this, let's better not talk about it. We should better not touch it. The more, the better. So, and the apartment, yes, there is an apartment, and I have bought, and I am giving away my debt, and the place under the sun I have. So this is an apartment in Bulgaria, and this is it, the keys, and that's it. So, do you like Simeon? So, what is it about? I'm kidding. So, what is this? There is a family tradition and VIP. And, so lead me here. Yeah, so you have a date, private date. It would be a great great luck, great happiness into the family in the role of stepfather or husband. So please don't be sad or worried about my commentaries. When we don't feel each one, we kind of are bad players or actors. When it is not felt, you get into the area of not being in contact and out of the sphere, and so she has lived the mom. She has lived over many things, and she's in Moscow. So one thing that is a disadvantage, he couldn't manage to put his hair. He hasn't taught himself to put hair from back to the forehead, to the front, from the back to the front. as waiting for how waiting of my beloved making my soul sad, how those seemings making me worried. And please come to me very quicker or faster or more rapid and disseminate all those and those cares of the holy love with my tender words. I will surprise you with sacred hugs. With sacred hugs, I will scare you. Please love people each one ages and be happy. Goodbye. So see how the crowd reacts onto him. Onto me it isn't not reacting. He is not reacting. So how was it? It was kind of holidays and very beautiful. Beautiful. As how it is said, someone who is happy is when his poor happiness will go the road and do it. Will go the road. I just only need that thing, that one who I'm dreaming about. So he's dreaming about love, and he's been living the whole life this way, and it's kind of surprising. You're living in different worlds, but you have a great physiological combination. But he actually too does have this move on his face. Please go and meet your bad groom. Go, hi. I'm an old soldier, Donna Rosa. I cannot tell beautiful words, but seeing you and your eyes, I have gone into the ecstasy. It's insane. Donna Rosa, be mine. I'm happy. Andre, 57, he is writing songs, and he is in his spare service. Andre, please tell, how are you? If you were getting your women in the early ages with your tag, what is it now? Very easily. So here's the present, such a couple. And here is me, and here is the snake, and here is the kind of dog, and a goat, and this is cat Basil, and tomorrow we'll go for it as well too. So are you earning money with this? No, I kind of got into this thing, and I wanted to make pleasure for women of our country. And you know, you turned out, you kind of made it. How many marriages have you had? Just one. And I know that you kind of been always said through. So please tell me about this. And it wasn't marriage, it was love. So this is love, the one that you couldn't manage to get led from your husband, from her husband. So this is this handkerchief that you are still keeping. This is your biggest love. Yes, I've had such one, and this is all what I have left since this memory, and it's 25 years gone after this. So I love more than life. Why haven't you got married on her? I have such a principle. I don't know. Will they get kind of? Will they get? I have such a principle. If she got cheated, if she got made a cheat onto her husband once, other time it will be someone else, and quite possibly you. I have my internal doubts. I went onto the lower Tagil, Nizhny Tagil, and I have gone there. And once he kind of managed him, and it was such as how she had her husband, and the law of the boomerang wasn't or hasn't yet been declined. I have this pension, and it's enough. And what about your bride or wife? Well, sometimes I have less payments, and you are such bride. Do you see yourself in a couple with Olga? It's very hard to tell, but I kind of got to like her instantly. She understands that they will be kind of Baba and male, like male and female, male and female. Why wouldn't you get into the big sport in Lviv? I see your voice kind of getting very shaky. We're kind of running, jumping. Is there I kind of go 20 kilometers for the shooting every day. So don't you drink, don't you smoke? Well, the previous year I've stopped, and the whole life before I've been drinking, then I've stopped. My brother came. I've been drinking the whole life. Well, how have you made it? I've been drinking. Well, I mean, like my brother came, and here you go. We had 3 shots. So this is the family tradition, and this is the kinship tree. It's written here, and for real, I know my ninth leg. And it kind of goes into the Tatars and educated educated merchants, and it was the family of Akhlupins, and after the Akhlupins they have made the family of the Torgasov. And It was the time. These were the times of Peter the First. Нихуя. You're my love. You're my love. Please come the evening to me, and we will be sitting and watching the TV. My beloved, please come. My kind of insane thinking. You will lead me to the insane. The secret of the class is the crop, proper crop, and the trust. That's my husband, man. Бакс, я слышу. I hear it, Buck. I do hear it. What do you mean by making or barking the what you like? No. Daddy, what would you say? He's happy and he's generous. Haven't you had this feeling as if you're looking in the mirror? And what about his temper, as about telling about how he feels and what he is on this life? He's not simple, and you won't be kind of bored with him. I cannot kind of see us in an old house, like, together, and what with all those things. Well, I think that there are so many cockroaches in both, and if you're together, it's about kind of helping each one, and both people with huge ego, without any words, same kind of thinking, and with soul combination, your internal yourself may kind of fit. Okay, so you sit, and if she comes in, you go out. I think that I won't go to Semyon. I think it won't turn out with Semyon. And Sergei, well, he won't kind of put his life together with Olga. He will go into the premiere of the performance, and after it, people kind of are together and communicating. Well, to tell it with such a broad, vast character. So, well, she's such a person that Semyon and Andrei kind of are hitting her. My life, I haven't gone through my life. Through my life. May I end my program? Please, let's support Olga. Semyon, I really did like you, and especially your poetry. Thanks very much. If you have liked someone in our program or in our TV show, please don't forget the program or TV show tomorrow with Daria, your daughter. You might. Yeah, and please don't forget to watch our show in 20 years, but when they're gonna be having their kids, but already ready to have their marriage happen, блядь.